Tell me, what you gonna do when your well runs dry? I would like to know what you gonna do when your well runs dry. Howdy. Anyway, clouds are plasma. Weather is totally electrical in nature. That's a picture I took some weeks ago, and I stumbled across some news, and somehow I want to share the news with my little own perspective to it. And yeah, I just wanted to start off with this picture. I think it's a very nice picture. It was a little bit creepy to watch this happening in the sky, but we are watching electrical currents which excite water molecules, and therefore we get clouds. We see it in the form of clouds, and clouds are plasma, so they are charged electrically, and weather interacts with the ground below. We have lightning, we have rainfall, we have lightning going upwards, we have sprites and blue jets and all those kind of things. Earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, they are all linked together. It's one electrical circuit on Earth. Everything is a part of it. So let's check out some news. Asia. Tesla. First COVID, now a heatwave. Power cuts in Sichuan are the latest threat to Tesla's China supply chain. Sichuan officials have extended a power blackout for factories until Thursday, potentially causing havoc for Tesla suppliers. On Sunday, the government of Sichuan, a major Chinese manufacturing hub for the electric vehicle industry and home to several of Tesla's suppliers, told factories they have to go without power for several more days as the region reserved power for residents amid a record drought and heat wave. According to company announcements, officials extended until August 25th the power blackout for manufacturers imposed last Monday, citing an ongoing power shortage due to high temperatures and low rainfall. Disrupt manufacturing in Sichuan is likely to hit Tesla especially hard, since the automaker is still trying to recover from supply disruptions caused by the 2-month lockdown in Shanghai, the home of its China factory earlier this year. Last week, Tesla reportedly warned Shanghai's government that factory closures in Sichuan were depriving it of parts and threatening production delays. The news prompted Shanghai officials to ask Sichuan last Tuesday to grant 16 suppliers for Tesla and state-owned carmaker SAIC Motor priority when supplying power to factories. Please reduce the power restriction time during the day for the suppliers mentioned above, the letter asked. Tesla China did not immediately respond to a request for a comment. Shanghai has been a key ally for Tesla, reportedly helping the carmaker reopen operations in the middle of the city's 2-month lockdown earlier this month. But Shanghai's way didn't convince its fellow province to change tack. After Chinese social media users blasted the city's request, officials backtracked, asking Sichuan to merely consider restoring power to auto suppliers first. Heatwave. China's heartland has reported temperature as high as 104 degrees Fahrenheit and low precipitation for over 2 months, making the current heat wave the longest in record. Some cities like Nanjing and Jiangsu province, which average 3 to 4 inches of rain in August, have not recorded any precipitation this month, according to China's meteorological agency. The Yangtze River is now down to just under half its natural width. let's go up again. So we are talking about Tesla and the power blackout. A power blackout for Tesla. Nikola Tesla dreamed of free electricity. What happened? Have you ever wondered what the world would be if electricity was free? Tesla is the well-known trademark of entrepreneur extraordinaire Elon Musk and his electric cars. But what about Tesla, the man? The man. More than 100 years ago. I repeat it, more than 100 years ago. More than 100 years ago. Nikola Tesla invented alternating current AC, the polyphase alternating current system which laid the foundation for today's mass-produced power supply. Nikola Tesla, man or magician. From the invention of the particle beam to radar, the electric car, robotics and remote-controlled drones, Tesla mental modeled solutions to problems with such clarity of mind that he could visualize the individual parts of a machine or mechanisms in 3 dimensions. Then run simulations in his head and check for wear and tear. He even pioneered interplanetary radio communication with Guglielmo Marconi, whom he later fell out with when the US Patent Office mysteriously overturned his patents and effectively credited Marconi with the invention of the radio, who was in fact using several of Tesla's patents. Tesla was so far ahead of his time, the genius of many of his early inventions used to develop the radio and television fluorescent and induction lighting and MRIs and X-rays only came to light after his death. He dreamed of free electricity for all. Tesla's long-held dream was to create a source of inexhaustible, clean energy that was free for everyone. He strongly opposed centralized coal-fired power stations that spew carbon dioxide into the air that humans breathed. He believed that the Earth had fluid electrical charges running beneath its surface that, when interrupted by a series of electrical discharges at repeated set intervals, would generate a limitless power supply by generating immense low-frequency electrical waves. One of Tesla's most extraordinary experiments was to transmit electrical power over long distances without wires or cables, a feature that has baffled scientists ever since. His grand vision was to free humankind from the burdens of extracting, pumping, transporting, and burning fossil fuels, which he viewed as sinful waste. Ignorant, unimaginative people consumed by self-interest. Elon Musk? No, can't be. Tesla was eventually undone by what he called ignorant, unimaginative people consumed by self-interest. Powerful men that sought to protect the immensely profitable, low-tech industries they had spent a lifetime building. Today's fossil fuel industry, a legacy of the past, has fought just as hard in recent decades to protect the same interests. Luddites and laggards afraid of losing their companies to the wind and the sun. A cohort of carbon-captured conspirators. The title of a new book by award-winning journalist Marianne Wilkinson refers to the same cohort of carbon-captured conspirators as the Carbon Club. How a network of influential climate skeptics, politicians and business leaders fought to control Australia's climate policy. Okay, I haven't read that far. This sounds somehow sketchy. Wait a second. Let's just take this. His grand vision was to free humankind from the burdens of extracting, pumping, transporting, and burning fossil fuels. Free energy? Let me show you something. Drone harvesting invisible high voltage from the sky. Plasma channel.
Alright, I'm going to stop at 115 and hold steady. Alright. It didn't blow up yet. Oh, by the way, meet the aerial film crew. I just thought this was a cool shot. Oh, yeah, I'm getting shocked right now. This time I just used the electroscope as a quick voltage check. Woo! Now that's a few thousand volts right there. Alright, let's see if there's enough current to make this Franklin bell work. Oh, dude! Freaking working, buddy! Yeah! It's a really cool process. The aerial wire places a positive charge on this can, which then influences the foil ball to deliver electrons from the grounded can, which is directly connected to Earth. The clouds finally opened up, so I connected up the chronomotor. Like before, one side was connected to ground, while the other was attached to the aerial wire. And after just a few seconds, hey, she's spinning! This is just remarkable. It never really spun that fast, but I just sat and enjoyed the miracle. I mean, I quite literally was siphoning energy straight from the atmosphere. This motor was operating off of several kilovolts, which you could actually hear if you stopped the motor and brought your finger near the aerial wire. That's the sound of coronal discharge. Not long after, the wind started picking up, so we packed up. It's honest.
I will put a link below to this video. Maybe I should send it to Elon Musk too. That's somehow like the whole thing. It's somehow like really weird. How can he use this name for his firm and then running out of power? That's ridiculous. But anyway, I got to make stuff. Thanks. Bye.